Welcome to Kenji's Kitchen. Today we are going to make matcha roll cake, and it is Japanese green tea roll cake. And here are the simple ingredients you're going to see. First, there are the 6 egg whites and 6 egg yolks and a quarter of sugar for meringue and a quarter cup of another sugar for the butter, and this is a cake flour, which is a cup, and also there is a 1/8 of quarter teaspoon of salt. And here is the matcha. What is a matcha? Matcha is, of course, you know, it's a green tea, but matcha is coming only from Kyoto. Majority is coming from Kyoto, and it is a very high-end actually tea, and it has been grounded to powder form. And as you can see, it is like a really nice green, and you probably have had this as a matcha ice cream, for example. And it is bitter, but great green tea taste. And we are going to use this one for today's roll cake. First we are mixing the green tea with hot water. And as you can see, it dissolves quite well. By the way, you can get matcha tea from Japanese market. It looks like this, and you want to buy quite a nice quality of matcha for this, so that you can get like a nice bright green tea color. And next, we are going to make a meringue. If you have watched my Japanese pancake video, you know how to make the meringue. But make sure your bowl is going to be free of any oil or water. And also make sure your mixing equipment, if you are going to use hand mixer, or if you are going to use whisks, or if you are going to use a standing mixer, make sure it is really clean from the oil or water. And we are going to mix it. Once egg white becomes quite a good peak of the meringue, you want to add little by little the sugars. So now I finished putting all the quarter cup of sugars to the meringue, and this is done. And next I'm going to make the egg yolk side. So the egg yolk also has to be mixed with sugar, and this time I'm going to do egg yolk. After 2 minutes of mixing egg yolk and sugar, I just added the matcha mixtures, and we are going to mix again. So now the matcha mixture has been mixed with egg yolk, and then we are going to put half of meringue to the egg yolk butter. And make sure you are not going to break the foam too much. So we are going to fold. Now I put another rest of the second half of the egg white to the mixture. Again, fold. Now I'm going to mix the salt to the flour and mix into the butter. And I'm going to shift this flour and the salt to the flour. And let's see. Again, you don't want to break too much foams, so you just gently fold in. After folding all the flours to the butter, I'm going to gently pour on the baking sheet. Now cake batter has been spreaded on the baking sheet, and we are going to put 375-degree oven for 10 minutes. So after baking, we are going to flip the cake to this cream towel, kitchen towel, dusted with the powdered sugar, and I am going to flip this. And peel the parchment paper. And roll while it is warm. So once it's rolled, we will just put it on the rack and let it cool. Now I'm making a filling. The filling's ingredients are, it's half cup of heavy cream, and we mix this to the peak. And you want to add 2.5 tablespoons of sugar to the whipping cream. So now the cake itself gets cold enough, so we are going to put the filling in. And the filling, you can put something in the cream as well. For example, very popular way to make Japanese way is to put the azuki beans. And if you like, you can put more matcha powder to the cream, which makes more green filling. Or even you can put the fresh fruits like the strawberries. Anyway, so I'm going to put this cream to thin enough and roll. As you can see, you want to make a little space to the end side so that when you are going to roll, it's going to the cream going to stay inside. And you roll this one like almost sushi. So push this end to the inside and little push and little push and little push and push. Hold on. And two. Push. And then you want to squeeze a little bit so that it's going to, the cream is going to be evenly distributed. Once the cake is rolled up, make sure the shape is going to be pretty, and you want to keep this cake in the fridge until everything is set and good, becomes a good shape. So after a couple of hours, letting sit in the fridge, cake got like quite firm, so I cut and let's try to eat. Do you see? It's really pretty. to try. Mmm. Mmm. The sponge cake is quite fluffy, and you taste the matcha flavor quite well. It's not overly sweet, and also cream itself is very light, so it works quite perfectly. I hope you are going to make at home and enjoy. Happy cooking!